Hello everyone. Today we will be discussing about Arvind Fashion Limited. Uh, Before I start, I'll just wanted to give you a little disclaimer or disclosure that this is not a recommendation for you to buy or sell any stock. Neither we want to influence you. This is just for the entertainment or education purpose the video is for. So हम एक निफ्टी 250 माइक्रो कैप्स के जितने भी स्टॉक्स हैं जिनकी हमें समझ है, नॉट नेसेसरली कि हमें हर एक सेक्टर की और हर एक स्टॉक की समझ होगी द इंडस्ट्री दे आर वर्किंग इन, सो जिनकी हमें समझ है वी आर जस्ट ट्राइंग टू कवर दैट one stock 1 week. I believe that will also be like very much uphill task for us, क्योंकि एक वीक में उनके जाके कॉन कॉल्स पढ़ना, पीपीटी पढ़ना, व्हाट मैनेजमेंट गोइंग टू डू, ऑल दोस थिंग्स पढ़ना पड़ेगा, जो कि स्क्रीनर में नहीं दिख रहा। हमारा जो एम है वो है कि वी वांट टू कवर समथिंग व्हिच इज नॉट बीइंग विजिबल इन स्क्रीनर, सो दैट एक नॉर्मल बंदे को पता चले कि हाउ इट हैपेंस। जब तक क्योंकि चीजें स्क्रीनर में आती है तब तक जो गाड़ी है वो ऑलरेडी निकल चुकी होती है। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट अरविंद फैशन लिमिटेड। So before we start, just small history of Arvind Fashion, so a brief history. So Arvind Fashion, Arvind Limited, there was a company, still there's a company Arvind Limited, which got demerged into three companies. One is Arvind Limited itself, second is Arvind Fashion, and the third is Anup Engineering. I hope आपने इन तीनों के नाम सुने होंगे. At the time of demerger, Arvind Limited had a market cap of approximately 8,000 crore, and it happened the new companies got listed in 2019, and if I add up all these companies market cap today, so they will come up approximately 22-23,000 crores, so which is like uh, after demerger it has given approximately 3x returns. Out of that, Anup Engineering, that has given approximately 7x after return after listing in 2019. Somewhere they got listed. Arvind Limited also got somewhere around 7 to 8x returns. Arvind Fashion, which we are going to cover today, उसने इतने अच्छे रिटर्न्स नहीं दिए हैं. लाइक एट द लिस्टिंग डे इट वेंट अप, स्टार्टेड अ प्राइस जो कि अभी तक नहीं आया है. सो विल सी what Arvind Fashion does and what management is trying to do in these years, right? सो कंपनीज स्ट्रैटेजी, अरविंद फैशन करती क्या है आप लोगों ने भी देखा होगा. सो आई जस्ट कम टू द सम ऑफ द बेसिक्स व्हाट कंपनी डू. अरविंद फैशन के अपने खुद के कपड़ों के ब्रांड्स हैं. लाइक खुद के इन द सेंस कि दे हैव टेकन फ्रेंचाइजी ऑफ सम ऑफ द ब्रांड्स लाइक कैल्विन क्लीन के, अगर आपने कहीं पर भी देखा होगा, सो दे हैव टेकन Calvin Klein and Tommy. Calvin Klein and Tommy, they both are a company named PVH. PVH is a company name जो उनकी parent company है. उसके अंडर में कैल्विन क्लीन और टॉमी के ब्रांड्स हैं. सो लाइक टू मच डिटेल्स. सो वो उसकी फ्रेंचाइजी इंडिया में अरविंद के पास है. देन यूएस पोलो अरविंद का ब्रांड है. फ्लाइंग मशीन अरविंद का ब्रांड है. एरो अरविंद का ब्रांड है. सो व्हाट कंपनी डिड, सो कंपनी डज इज लाइक दे सेल ब्रांड वेयर्स, लाइक दे सेल क्लोथिंग्स, दे सेल ब्रांडेड क्लोथ्स. एंड उनके कुछ जो ब्रांड्स है वो मैंने यहाँ पे लिस्ट किए हैं. राइट, यू कैन सी इन द पीपीटी. Then what happens? Uh, Not all the brands, when the company got demerged, so it had a lot of brands. Not all the brands were making profits for the company, and not all the brands were related. So you can see some of the brands जो कि unrelated businesses में थे, like Sephora. Sephora is a personal beauty brand. If like some of girls would have used, like they are into like lipstick, they sell उनका आईलाइनर है, और जो भी गर्ल्स के प्रोडक्ट्स होते हैं, दे सेल दोज kind of. So Arvind Fashions sold that brand to Reliance. Then they had Ed Hardy, then they had Gap, Gun, Nautica, all those brands. Now they do not have those brands. They either stopped those brands, and then either or they sold some of these brands, right? And then what they did, जो उनके profitable brands थे, उन brands को उन्होंने extend किया adjacent category में. Adjacent category in the sense is like जो women's footwear हैं, inner wear हैं, किड्स वियर है, उन कैटेगरीज में उनको उन्होंने अपने ब्रांड्स को ले गए. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट व्हाट दे डिड इज, उन्होंने अपने जो आई टेल यू हाउ दे ट्राइड टू improve their working capital, right? How they improve their working capital, they reduced the working capital days, they reduced their inventory, then they reduced their receivable days, like, and that's how they improve their working capital days, because they sold these brands, like they got rid of some of these brands and some of these businesses like Sephora and Ed Hardy and all. So what happened? Their gross margins also increased, and they are into a premium segment, right? They operate into a premium segments where margins are already very high, and they command a very good pricing power. Like someone who's going to buy Tommy, right, or someone who's going to buy Calvin Klein. I don't think like 100, 200 rupees. The person will care much about that. So they have a very good pricing power, and then that they know. जो उनके Calvin Klein or Tommy वाले brands and the five brands altogether which they have. So the company was in losses at the time when they got listed, like after the demerger of the rest of the two companies. When the company got listed, they were into losses, and then companies consistently trying like what is working for us, what is not working for us. So they are trying into those things, like this is working, this is not working, right? So that's how they sold off some of those brand and some of those businesses, and then okay, then they finally was like, okay, these things, these five brands, now these five things are working for me, I will continue with these things, right? So that's what they did. Now what has happened, the Calvin Klein and Tommy business, like these two, the bottom two brands, uh, these are growing at a good pace. Like they have some approximately 20% year on year sales growth, and then they have good margin expansion also because they have a good uh, uh, pricing power, right? So the company is doing very good in Calvin Klein and Tommy. They are still not making money in Arrow and Flying Machine, but US Polos are still a profitable brand for the company. So what the company is trying to do, they're like, now we are done with all the experiments. We want to continue with these five brands: Calvin, Tommy, and US Polo. These are the super brands which are working for us. Then comes Arrow and Flying Machine. You would have seen maybe Ritik now is coming in Arrow's ads. So they have done the branding partnership with Ritik, and they are trying to uplift the arrows, like trying to rebrand Arrow kind of. And then maybe the management is hopeful that the Arrow will also start working for them. The management is guiding for like 12 to 15% growth, and this is a tough scenario that in which we are for the consumer company. If you see the results of other consumer companies, they are not able to grow their growth, like their sales, at least not as like, and not as per like the level of the inflation also, right? So it's a tough environment. If a company is going to have a double digit growth like 10, 12, or 13, 14 is would be called quite good. So management says that we'll trying at our best that we will be able to deliver at least double digit growth, which they are growing at double digit growth. And then they are trying to expand their margins also. How they are expanding their margins, they said previously we were doing B2B online, now we have shifted to B2C online right now. So and then apart from that, uh they said like end of season sale, we pushed it further for few days or few weeks. Because of that, our margins got extended. That's what the management said. So we have done an approximate. So that's what I so like what has happened after doing implementing all this. Say their margins got improved, their working capital days got improved. Uh, so what has happened? Like we have calculated if management can do like approximately for 12 to 15% of sales growth for FY 26, and if they can improve their margin as they have stated, we believe the company should make in FY 2026 approximately 250 to 200 crores of profits, and the net level, like profit after tax, should be somewhere around uh, 250 to 300 crores. If I see current market cap of the company, that is 7,500 crores. 7,500 crores, if I see 250 crores on the lower end, so it gives me 30 p, 30 forward p. That is like based on of 2026. And if I take like uh, 300 crores of market cap, so that 300 crores of net profit, so that will give me somewhere around, uh, just give me one second. Yeah, that will give you somewhere around 25 p. So 25 to 30 of FY26 p per company trade कर रही है. Now you can check with the same companies in the sector, if they're growing at 12 to 15%, how much P the companies can get. One advice: don't try to compare with trend, because trend is growing too fast, and then you will be like, trend is trading at 150 or 200 PE. So that will not be a good comparison. But you can just do a comparison with some of the other companies, how much they're trading. Then you can take your buy or sell decision. So I also wanted to show you, like, this is how, where 5 years back, somewhere around, yeah, this is where the company, when the company got uh, listed after demerger, the price was, and the company is yet to touch the price. But the good thing is, the company is making improvement in the sales. The company is making improvement in their business strategy, how they have just closed some of those unprofitable brands, and how they are going into the right direction. And I can just say, if the company which is like breaking after 5 years, their 5 years high, and going into the right direction fundamentally also, uh, in my views, the company can do good. Rest, you can maybe talk to your financial advisor. This is like it. Thank you. Thanks a lot for watching the video. Please subscribe, like, comment, share, and provide your feedback. Thank you. Thanks a lot.